So I want to share with you a quote that I absolutely love and that I want you to really start taking to heart. This is by Steve Bowen. He says, God's gift to you is more talent and ability than you will ever hope to use in your lifetime. Your gift to God is to develop as much of that talent and ability as you can in your lifetime. You see, so often we have a lot of talents and abilities that we don't even realize. I remember when I first went into business for myself, one of the most frustrating things to me was dealing with a computer. Now, it wasn't necessarily that I hadn't used computers before, because I did in a line of work that I did previously, which was as a teacher and educator. But what I was doing now was so different than what I had done before. And I remember asking my daughter, who was very tech savvy, to help me with this, that, and the other thing. And, she would just come in and she would just start doing things. And, I had to stop her and say, Renee, that doesn't help me to understand what I'm doing if you just do it for me. But she got too frustrated with having to go at the pace that I had to write things down and so I could remember them after she had left. But my point is, that was very frustrating, and it could have been very defeating to me, and I could have given up at that point because it was just so much of a learning curve to overcome. But I kept going at it because I had a vision and a goal of what I wanted to do. You see, and just like in this quote, I had far more talent and ability to be able to understand the computer and the programs I was using than I gave myself credit for. And when I allowed myself to have that talent and ability to shine through, then I was able to give back to others. And so that was my gift back to others, was because I was willing to overcome what was difficult for me at first. Well, here's the thing. You see, most of us live by our senses, what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and feel, or touch. And there's nothing wrong with living through your senses. That's what we've been given. That's what every animal in the animal kingdom has. We all have those senses, and that's how we tend to interact with the world. We hear something, we see something, and then we have to make sense of it. Now, what separates human beings from the other animals in the animal kingdom is we have been given and gifted with 6 intellectual faculties. And these 6 intellectual faculties are our imagination, our intuition, our memory, our perception, our reason, and our will. And those 6 intellectual faculties make us completely different than any other animal in the animal kingdom. You see, most of the animals, they act completely by instinct. But as human beings, we can use those 6 faculties. And with those 6 faculties, we can do almost anything we